don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favors, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true.
This guy, he broke into the house. He's dead.
Body on the bathroom floor.
I should have told her I wanted her. I'll never get to her.
That poor girl. Jesus Christ.
It's like I'm in a bad dream, but I can't wake up.
A frantic teenager calls 911 after surviving a violent home invasion that leaves 2 people dead. But suspicious evidence at the scene raises chilling questions, forcing investigators to consider an unthinkable suspect.
Oh, sorry, I did it. My bad.
Welcome to In Plain Sight. I'm going to tell you right now that there are some things in life that make you go, what the? This might be one of them. This might be one of the what the moments. And not the Jesse Lee Peterson kind of what the, more like the what the, shock, disbelief, and what, why, wow. So we're gonna watch this. The premise so far is that an individual was apprehended, scene of a double homicide apparently. Something tells me it's going to unfold to something kind of weird and unfortunate at the same time. Let's see what this is.
The following is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Just after midnight on July 7th, 2024, dispatchers in Palm Bay, Florida answer a desperate call to 911.
911, what's the location of the emergency? Hello? Okay, okay, what's going on?
Oh, God. So, basically, I was home alone, and this guy, he broke into the house. I grabbed the phone, so I...
Do you know who the man is?
No, I don't know who it was.
Is he still in there?
I don't think so. I waited. I hid in my room for like a really long time. I don't even know how long it's been.
The caller, later identified as 16-year-old Julia Grace Egler, explains that the intruder broke in through the sliding glass door in the back of the house.
I don't think the door was locked, but I don't think he knew that there was a hammer by the back. And
was it your hammer, or did they bring it with them?
It was just the house hammer. It was just by the back. I think they thought the sound. They grabbed it and broke in the window.
They broke the window with a hammer that you already had in your yard?
Yeah.
Real quick. I don't know the story. I'm just going with y'all with this. I'm cold turkey, just like you. But I do know red flags when I see it. I can tell you when I find something like, don't you find that suspicious? Don't you find that suspicious? Based on what the individual said before and what they're saying now, I found the first discrepancy. You don't know, and you've been hidden for a long time, but you knew exactly how they found where and what they did. You just knew. You see my issue so far? I don't say I know what's going on, but it don't set right, at least not initially.
What's the glass? Okay, take a deep breath. You haven't heard them in a while, right?
So,
was there only one person that you saw?
That I saw, yeah. There was one person.
Okay, and where are you in the house right now?
I'm just in the living room.
Okay, we already have help on the way, so just take a deep breath, okay? Did they try to make contact with you?
No, because the only thing I was able to grab in time were the dogs, because I wanted them with me. Okay. I didn't want whoever it was to kill them, obviously.
Is there anyone else at home with you?
Not anymore.
Were you expecting anyone to come home?
My mom and her boyfriend were out getting, they were buying a bed frame for her bed. So they were out buying stuff, and it's just me home alone.
Oh, man, I know this is really scary. But your mom and her boyfriend should be on their way home?
No, they're...
See that? You're home alone, but you're not home alone. There's some. Okay, I'll chalk it up to being frantic and scared and upset and crying and a break-in. I'll chalk it up to that for now. But logic and the bone in my head that's telling me there's logic does not seem to compute that what they're saying lining up with the things that they're saying. I guess that's the best way I can say it. What they're saying ain't line up with what they're saying. I'm twice as confused as I was before now.
Okay. Take a deep breath. We have officers that are going to be coming into the area really soon. And I'm going to stay on the phone with you just in case, okay?
With officers on their way, the dispatcher takes steps to ensure the home is safe for them to enter. But a simple question changes everything in an instant.
Do you still have your dogs with you?
They're just still in my room. I didn't let them out because I didn't want them getting blood all over their paws.
Right. Well, did you say blood all over their paws?
Yeah, because...
Is there blood inside your house?
Yes.
Whose blood is it? Is it your blood or is it the person who broke in blood? Are you injured?
Oh, I'm fine.
You're fine?
No,
so
I'm fine.
it's the person who broke in. It's their blood? Where is it at?
No, I don't know if it's their blood or not, but I don't think it's theirs. It's my mom. From what I heard when I was hiding in my room, I could have warned her. It's all my fault.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna step out on the limb. The limb might be fragile, the limb might break, but that's why you take the chance sometimes to step out on limbs. The limb I'm stepping out on is that somebody lying, and it ain't the dispatcher, it's the person on the phone. Ma'am, I believe, weren't you just telling us that you were sitting in the living room with the dogs? I'm pretty sure I heard you say, where are you? I'm in the living room with the dogs. While you're talking to, nothing's changed. You're talking to the dispatch. Now all of a sudden the dogs are in your bedroom because you don't want blood. All of a sudden blood just shows up. You said you're home alone. He gone. Dog with you. Dog no longer with you, in room, blood everywhere, don't want dog tracking. Anybody else confused? I'm confused, but I don't want, again, I'm not totally jumping the gun, but I'm slightly beginning to put one leg up in the air to start to leap, This is going to get more and more suspicious, and I have a suspicion I might solve this long before it gets to where it's about to go to. Just a thought. We'll see.
If I had been able to grab the phone, then...
No, nothing is your fault. If someone broke into your house, nothing is your fault. Now, I just want to confirm, do you know if anyone is hurt at your house?
Officers with the Palm Bay Police Department arrive and greet Julia at the door, seemingly unaware of the grim scene waiting on the other side.
Hello. How you doing? What's going on? Why is there blood on the floor?
Because they're...
Huh? What? You okay? Are you okay? Are you bleeding?
No.
Who's bleeding? Come outside. Come outside. Come outside. What is going on? Why is that door smashed?
Someone came.
252. Can we have medical respond? We have blood on the floor.
Who's bleeding? Where's your mom? Stay here. Stay here. Hey, I got. It was 10:33. Somebody stay out here with her. Have a seat. You ready? I got doors to the right. Got a body.
You okay?
I don't know. I mean, physically, I guess, but...
Yeah, I'm on. I think I'm halfway over the jumping phase, and I'm in the air now. I'm in the air. Time kind of froze while I'm in the air, and I'm not. I guess it wouldn't be jumping the gun anymore. It like the cow went over the moon, and I have a suspicion that she lying. That's what I'm gonna say. Lying. I don't know about what yet, but they're lying. Put me on record, okay? Cool.
Please help me.
Got a body on the bathroom floor.
Julia's mother, 38-year-old Kelly McCullum, and Kelly's boyfriend, 22-year-old Matthew Zenord, are found inside, both appearing to have suffered multiple gunshot wounds. A large chef's knife with presumed blood on the blade sits on the bathroom counter, consistent with the multiple stab wounds on Matthew's body. Both victims are beyond any hope of saving.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I just grabbed the phone. I just grabbed the phone.
If you just grab the phone in time? Are you hurt anyway?
No.
Was there any arguments or anything tonight?
Between who?
Page 7,
Me and my mom's talking about.
you have
I told her I loved her.
You know, there's two things I look for, and I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a body language analyst, I'm none of those things. But in the I'm a guess what you call me? I'm an internet sleuth. I've noticed some things. Okay, people have one of two reactions when they do something stupid. Okay, they either are very stoic and they don't have any emotions, or they pick the furthest opposite action, which is extreme reactions of sobbing and weeping, uncontrollable, to the point where a deluge of tears is just, man, the world's coming to an end. And both people did stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this individual was doing the extreme on the cry, overly emotional to try and sell it. I don't know. No. Sorry, it was too easy to not say that. Anyway, let's continue to see if I'm right.
Sorry.
It's okay. I should have told her I loved her. Okay. Hey, it's okay. I'll never forget to. It's okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Please forgive me.
Officers ask Julia if there are other family members who can be contacted, but the teen's only immediate relatives are a father and brother living out of state.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry so much. It's not a very manly thing to do.
I apologize for having feelings.
Manly? Whoa. Hang on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Manly? Okay. I thought this whole time you was a daughter. Now I'm really now what, man? What? Woo! My whole brain just went. You sorry. Okay, if Julia. Okay. I don't think you can ever be like truly manly about anything. I must not have heard right. I'm gonna chalk it up to I'm deaf. I'll wait to see if I'm right.
It's okay.
If you need to throw up, okay?
Nobody's gonna judge you for that, right?
Absolutely not.
There's absolutely no judgment here.
There's
Just
judgment
love,
here.
okay?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's sobbing. I should have said I love you more. She knows my mom's dead already. She said that they got into a fight tonight.
Nicole's talking to her, so probably calm her down a bit.
So
Julia is moved farther down the driveway, kept out of earshot as officers discuss the details with a sergeant who has just arrived on scene.
I'm curious.
same setting, kitchen floor. Same setting in the bathroom. He's got shell casings in there and also a butcher knife in there.
Okay.
Outside the back door, there's an axe with a sledgehammer. Where he busted the door in. There's shells, not spent, but there's rounds outside the back door, which look like the same ones that are in the bathroom. There's like 3 or 4 empty shell casings in the bathroom.
The sergeant relays this information to an arriving detective, along with a harrowing theory.
Shell casings are by him. Looks like murder suicide.
You can see where he busted in through the screen door in the back.
Yeah, some axe back there on the floor.
Does
They're
the
in the-
juvenile live here? Yeah, she's the daughter of
She's the daughter.
female, but not the male. I don't believe so.
I don't know.
There is history of DV.
Yeah, I guess
Between
there's
the
history
two.
out here.
Just curious, when was our last call out here? I can go check the history.
We had a signal lady
I'll
here
ask.
a couple weeks ago. She was signal late a couple weeks.
116 by there.
3 months earlier, on April 8, 2024, officers had been called to the home for a domestic dispute between Kelly and Julia.
So let me get this right. I just want to make sure I get this right too. And I'm gonna okay, and I'm gonna take a minute here. I'm gonna take a minute. We'll get back to the video. I gotta be a little bit, I'm gonna be a little bit careful, but not fully careful, because I think we need to say what I'm about to say. You're fully aware that the domestic dispute was between mom and daughter. But you felt good enough to say that you feel it was the man that did all this. Because, we've been called out here before, domestic dispute. Or it looked like a murder-suicide because domestic. That's amazing. That's some yoga level amazing. Julia and Kelly, mama, daughter, domestic dispute. Yep. Boyfriend definitely did. What the hell is going? The dude's dead, already caught strays, catching more strays. Dude, he can't even defend himself. He out there cold, just rigor mortis everywhere, and he still can't catch a break. Damn. If that's the plight of men today, bro. Anyway, I'll let him continue.
Footage obtained from this incident reveals a troubling history between them.
So my daughter, I'm having a hard time with my teenage daughter.
Yep.
Really hard time. She's been Baker acted twice in the last month. She took beers and would not give them back. I said no. She would not give them back. She started to drink. I have her phone.
Yep.
She's obsessed about, and
She's punished.
when she was drinking alcohol, I took the phone. And she's like, give it back. And she barricades her room. Won't let me out of her room. I said, let me out of your room. On the thing, she grabs this off of me very fast, starts to run towards the door. I didn't want to touch her, so I grabbed the back of the hoodie. Again, he said, wait, I saw her. I'm like, I grabbed the hoodie, and she fell on her butt. And she goes, you choked me. And I said, I didn't mean to choke you. I'm sorry. I grabbed the hoodie because you were running out the door, didn't know where you're going with the cell phone.
Kelly explained that Julia went into the bathroom and locked the door. The officers went inside to ensure Julia's safety.
You haven't made any kind of statements tonight wanting to hurt your mom, or I guess you guys got into an altercation. And were you drinking beer?
I don't think so. No.
You don't think so?
No.
It's not a yes or no.
No, it's a no. I'm just an ugly crier, so it's probably why my face looks red or whatever.
Well, no, she said that you, I guess, possibly grabbed a beer out of the fridge.
I think I just grabbed it to just be annoy her or something.
Look at me, kind of.
Yeah.
I've done that.
After ensuring Julia was okay and unharmed, the officer expressed his concerns, bringing up another past incident.
We just don't want it to escalate to the point where we start making irrational statements or actions towards ourselves or someone else, right? Because obviously that's when we get called. I mean, what happened last time that we came? You had to go to the hospital, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to police records, during the previous call, Julia was sent for a psychiatric evaluation after taking too much Tylenol.
But definitely the dude did it. He definitely broke in the back door. He definitely popped the cap. He definitely did the stabbing. He. You see, and y'all wonder why men have the mindsets they do these days. The dude ain't done, literally, you have a case where the kid, you have a history with the kid being crazy. And you got cops outside at a homicide situation blaming the dead dude. Society is borked, man. Absolutely borked.
If you're going through anything, I'd rather you talk than bottle it up. Because the moment you bottle it up, you're just going to keep piling stuff on, and it's just going to blow up, right? That's usually what happens. I don't want that to happen.
But now, 3 months later, a full-blown tragedy has just taken place, and detectives must work to figure out exactly what happened. Julia explains to a detective that it was still light outside when an intruder came to the back door. After seeing him, Julia claims to have grabbed the 2 dogs and fled to the bedroom.
I was in my room and it was so loud. It was so loud. And then
What was loud?
it was so quiet. The silence. I heard.
It was so loud. It was so loud. What was so loud? The silence. It was so quiet. I didn't say it. She did. I'm just repeating it because it don't make sense to me. I heard that silence can be loud. I know. Yeah. But you just said a dude busted in the back door. That's not quiet, first of all. And then you said you had to stay there because of all the chaos. So it still wasn't quiet. But you was also home alone. But there's 2 dead people that were in the house. So brains frizzle, frazzle, fro right now. Woo! I got a fro, but this one is making it like the follicles are falling off because of this brain frying situation here.
What was loud? Like yelling?
No, I think I heard gunshots.
But it was quiet.
Okay.
And when I heard those, I knew.
You knew what?
I knew someone had died.
You knew some. You know what? I couldn't be a detective. Maybe that's my problem too. I can't even be a detective. I knew I couldn't be a cop, but my stupid behind couldn't even be a detective because I wouldn't be willing to wait to hear the bullshit. I can't do it, man. I can't. I'd press you on the stupid stuff you say. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're crying, but if you say something dumb, man, come on. You told the dispatch you home by yourself, all alone. But I guess technically you are because you killed the 2. I'm sorry. There are 2 people dead. That's what I'm thinking in my head. It came out. 2 people dead there. So technically, yes, you're by yourself. But in reality, you're not there by yourself. And now you say the gunshots were loud and was super quiet. But the gunshots were loud, and that's what made it quiet. It must be the Tylenol talking or something. Good Lord. Man. Anyway.
I can feel it, you know? I don't know if that sounds stupid, but
it does.
So how long ago did you hear these gunshots?
Like hour-ish, maybe more. I couldn't tell how much time passed. It just felt like so long. The silence was so loud.
What did you see when you came out?
Sitting there, just a bloody mess. And her boyfriend. They came home and killed him.
Who killed them?
I don't know.
But you said he. How you know it was a he? You didn't see. You said as soon as you heard the back door, you ran to the bedroom. How do you know it was a he? When I tell you this, okay, some people are not built to lie. And that's a good thing. I don't want many people being built to lie, but she's definitely not one of them. She is not one of those people that knows how to concoct a story that would be even remotely believable. This couldn't even make a good movie. Not even straight to DVD. Not C-class, not a deep. This didn't even make the. You know, in the 80s, you had movies that you definitely didn't want to go watch because they're just that bad. This wouldn't even make that list. VHS wouldn't be able to put this on there. That's, man.
I had just been braver. Faster.
Now she quoting
You
Kanye.
should still be here right now.
The detective learns that Julia spoke with Kelly via text while she and Matthew were out of the house. But after reading this conversation, something clearly doesn't add up.
Yeah.
You guys are having conversations, but you said it was light out when someone started breaking into the house.
Mm-hmm.
But these text conversations are happening at 9:15 p.m.
summer, you know.
I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I was.
Oh, you're not sure. Oh.
Maybe it was like sunsetish.
Yeah. Okay.
But the confusion doesn't end with Julia's unclear timeline. Inside the home, officers struggle to make sense of a crime scene that becomes more puzzling by the second.
Well, it would become puzzling, especially if you're going with a pre-assumed idea, like y'all did, that it was him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all put yourself in this puzzling situation because you already kind of concocted this cockamamie scheme that this dude somehow killed his own girlfriend and then killed himself. And that's what you're going in there with. So you're looking to confirm that. So of course it's going to be confusing because you know what? Sometimes the evidence don't line up with what you be thinking. Golly.
So he must have been shooting as he came in. I think.
But the casings are in the bathroom.
Yeah, but there's a casing right, or there's a.
Right.
He could have picked the casings up.
He could. This is a lot, dude. Holy shit. That poor dude, man. That guy. He must not have been a very happy camper in that relationship. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. This dude is all gone. He gone, right? He's gone. And the cops are in the house with their preconceived notion, and they saying, oh, he must have picked up to make their what's happening here match what's out there. They creating things for this guy to do, and then wondering why it don't make sense. Wow. You know, I'm glad I never did even remotely anything wrong to somebody. Like, I never involved in domestic. I would hate to be a male in a domestic dispute and cops come expecting it to be a fair situation, and they come with this bullshit. Or it must have been you. You must have been the culprit. You're not investigating. You come in straight guns a-blazing at me. And yeah, I'm kind of mad. I am mad because this is dumb. I think he was waiting for her.
He was waiting for her. Her backpack's there. Her shoes are off.
All right.
Like, she comes in, takes her shoes off, sets her backpack down. She's going to have to be shot on that right-hand side. Walks in the door. And then he comes out. He's sitting over here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
While there are multiple shell casings and unspent rounds of ammunition throughout the house, there's no sign of a gun anywhere.
Is there guns inside the home?
Yeah, there was.
There was? Where did it go?
No,
How do you know it's not there anymore?
I don't know. I went into my mom's room and before I called 911 because I wanted to see if he was still here or not.
You're brave enough to run away, but brave enough also to go look in the room for him. Maybe nope, I can't say that. No, I'm gonna say it. Screw it. I'm gonna say it. Maybe you're just trying to find that masculinity side of you to be more manly and go investigate the problems. Okay.
Okay, what did you do when you were in your mom's room?
She has this lockbox where she kept a lot of my things. So I looked in there to see if it's stolen any like electronics or anything, right? Because those are expensive. And I could see in the holster where the gun was, it was empty.
Okay.
Along with the gun, Julia claims several boxes of ammunition were also missing from Kelly's room. The detective steps away momentarily, asking an officer to give Julia a pat-down.
You're not in trouble or anything, but this is just for everybody. Nothing on you that's going to poke, stick, or stab me on. Are these your AirPods?
Afterward, the detective calls the officer away from Julia.
I'm just talking to you, you're asking a question.
No.
Something actually like photos or anything? Don't ask me questions, it's creatures.
Rather than confront Julia outright, the detective continues asking questions, searching for anything else that might confirm her suspicions.
Did you touch your mom?
I don't think so, no. I didn't want to didn't want to touch their bodies. They were on the ground and stuff, and I didn't know if it would make things worse. I didn't know what it would do.
What do you mean by make things worse?
Hear me out. If I encountered dead bodies of people I loved, the emotion of seeing that, I know me, I'm just talking anecdotally, me, okay? I'd be more inclined to try and grab and rock crying because I would be missing my loved one. However, when you're trying to distance yourself from the situation, you wouldn't touch anything. Just a thought. Yeah, y'all can figure it out yourself.
Well, I didn't know if like it would hurt or if like I was, I don't know, put her through more pain.
More pain.
By like moving her.
Mm.
I don't know.
Okay, was she breathing when you saw her?
I don't think so.
Did you check to see if she had a pulse or anything like that?
I didn't touch her, so no, but I didn't hear her breathing, and there was a big pool of blood, so I just assumed, yes.
So you just what?
Assumed, I guess.
Okay. Is that, you did the same thing with Matthew? Assumed?
They were all bloody. I didn't want to get blood all over my hands, I guess.
Yeah.
It's always, I guess, just a bunch of guessing. You guess a lot. You must made a guest appearance. I mean, you're really guessing. Like, wow.
I don't know. I didn't want.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just felt like if I did anything, it would make it worse.
Make it worse.
Still, blood seems to have transferred onto Julia's shoes, as bloody footprints are discovered throughout the house.
You guys? No, that was not us, because we did not step in any blood.
These look like Converse.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are, I think, daughter's shoes.
And the gun, have you ever touched the gun?
A long time ago, my mom had me train with it in case someone
Broke in, huh?
broke in.
So you're familiar with guns and how they work, how they shoot? Okay. Well, I know it's a lot for you to process. I know it's a lot going on right now for you. Obviously, we're going to do our absolute best to figure out what happened here. Because, you know, it's your mom, right? So we want justice for your mom and her boyfriend, figure out who did this and why. Is anybody come to mind?
Me? No. That's what I'm hoping she'd say.
My mom told me once that they were really into like drugs and stuff. I don't know if
here we go.
If it was someone who had some kind of like grudge and came after them, or because this is just me like thinking out loud.
Uh-huh.
But they didn't really seem like they wanted me in particular.
Oh.
It was like, because if you think about it, I know that there was dogs and barking, and you don't like go into a room with a pit bull in it. That's obviously a dumb thing to do.
You notice what just stopped all of a sudden? Anybody catch it yet? I mean, it's really crazy. The emotions of the sobbing extreme I told you that she went to, it's all gone now. It's like now she gets to flesh out what she believes happened, and now she's getting to craft the story. But you can't craft that story through tears. You got to make sure people understand you 100%. So now drugs, and they didn't want me, and so now here comes the sane portion of her story where you don't get the emotions attached to it. I want to see how this goes. This looks like it's gonna be. This might be a good novel.
Like, do you think they knew you were there?
Well, I think they saw me, but I don't think they. Don't know.
You don't know.
I didn't really pay attention to. I was mostly focusing on getting my dogs and me out of trouble, right? Because
Right. Is he confirm what I'm saying, please?
had them for years and loved them with all my heart.
So why do you think it is that he didn't come after you?
The dogs.
By Julia's account, the killer smashed through the unlocked sliding glass door, took Kelly's gun and ammunition from her bedroom, waited for Kelly and Matthew to return home, shot them both, and fled, all while leaving behind a potential witness who could have identified him. It's a tall tale, but whether there's truth to any of it remains to be seen.
Sir, I know you're only the narrator, and I get that you know the end from the beginning because it's your story. There's shell casings on the outside, right? Outside of the house. So let me get this right. He broke into the house. Hear me out. Went to find the gun. Came back outside. Pew-pewed on the outside. Went back inside to pew-pew them some more, and then left. Okay, that's logical. Sure, let's go with that.
For now, the detective leaves Julia in the company of an officer who keeps a watchful eye.
It's like I'm in a bad dream, but I can't wake up.
I can't even begin to imagine.
Yeah, I can't either.
I'm sorry.
When I wake up tomorrow, my mom's to say, "Good morning, honey. Did you sleep?" I'm going to jail.
Why would you go to jail?
I can't put me anywhere else.
That's not what happens.
While a search warrant is secured for the residence, Julia is taken to the police station and left in the care of 2 officers.
Wow, what a night. It's been busy. Sorry to kind of like add more to your plate. Why are you apologizing?
You see a smirk? Anybody seen smirk? I see a smirk. There's no cover of darkness to hide under anymore. Here comes the smirk.
I don't know. Well, I get that a lot. I guess I just have a habit of doing it. Yeah.
Oh no, wait, did you hit the lady over there in Malibu earlier? That's where I was at. Somebody got hit by a car. Was it you? Okay. You apologized, so I thought I'd figure I'd ask.
Oh, sorry, I did it. My bad.
Wait, it was you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm the criminal here.
An officer then collects Julia's shoes, giving the teenager a pair of booties and a snack.
My mom loves these.
Here comes the tears again.
By morning, Julia is still waiting for detectives to begin questioning. Officers assigned to Julia's care deliver breakfast and put on a popular anime called Death Note. The show centers on a teenager with a supernatural notebook that allows its user to kill anyone whose name is written in it, as long as they know the person's face.
I'd pick a little bit. My Little Ponies might have been nice. I don't know. You know, maybe it's strategic. Maybe it's strategic to drop her guard, make her feel a little bit more murderous. I'm not saying she did it. I am saying she did it. However, I'm inclined to believe that she had something to do with it. Yeah, let's go that.
Finally, detectives bring Julia into the interrogation room, where the truth of what happened to Kelly and Matthew will soon come to light.
Sure.
But first, they address something new they've learned about Julia.
What's that?
I was informed that you like to go by Jasper. Is that accurate? Because I don't want to, yeah.
Well, just say it. You don't want to misgender her. You don't want to make sure you get the right pronouns. If it was that big of a deal to her, she'd already told you. It's ma'am or it's man. And I should have told you something like that, but that didn't happen so far. Oh, don't wait. I know. Distress. You revert to what you know best, I guess. I know. This thing is so look, there are many disorders in the world, and I think that's the worst of them. I'm sorry. That has to be the worst of them.
And what are your pronouns, if you don't mind me asking?
I usually go by he.
He? Okay. So obviously it's been a couple of hours, so you've been with us. So I got to read you this thing. Your rights first, and then we can go through everything with you and figure out what's going on.
In Florida, juveniles have the same Miranda rights as adults, and courts have ruled that a parent does not have to be present before police questioning.
Good.
After reading the Miranda warnings, the 16-year-old agrees to answer questions. Very quickly, investigators learn that Kelly and Julia had an argument just one day before the murders took place.
Right.
Do you know what the argument was a reference?
I think I wanted to go to like the party or something, and she didn't remind me about it, and I was mad at her for just going without me. I think something along those lines.
But you wanted to go out and have a good time too. It was like a birthday party?
I think so, something like that.
So she comes home with him, and you wake up, and you guys get into a little bit of a disagreement. You're expressing your frustrations, rightfully so. You wanted to go to this party. And she's expressing her frustrations back. What is she saying back to you?
Just this back and forth of, I did tell you, no, you didn't.
Okay.
Yes.
So what came of that?
I think she took my iPod and my phone, but before she left again, she gave it back so I'd be able to text her.
According to Julia, when the devices were confiscated, Kelly would put them in the lockbox in her bedroom.
So I looked in there to see if it's stolen any like electronics or anything, right? Because those are expensive.
Before they continue, Julia asked to use the restroom. They take the opportunity to collect the teenager's clothing for evidence, trading them for a jumpsuit. When questioning resumes, they press more about the ongoing disputes with Kelly.
Well, me and her would have a lot of arguments about things, especially over like me being trans. So she'd be like,
okay,
you're not a real boy and blah, 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 and all, you know, the whole spiel of transphobic stuff.
Okay.
But
she doesn't approve of your lifestyle, she doesn't approve of that.
would you say that she was like trying to kind of meet me in the middle, but it wasn't really working all that well all the time. She would try to call me child instead of, because it's more like gender neutral rather than kind of meeting in the middle, I guess.
So let me get this right. She's not meeting you in the middle, but she is meeting you in the middle by giving into your. Yeah, we're adults here, right? We're all grown, right? Your delusions that you're a boy. You mean your mom who gave birth to you, that saw all the stuff that was there when you came out, privy to it from birth, changed you, wiped your little poopy behind. She did all that. She knows what she gave birth to. She is giving into your delusion about something that ain't true. Even in the slightest, she's doing it, and that's big. That wasn't enough for you. Okay. Hey, look. All right.
Kelly's Facebook page is filled with photos that suggest they once shared a close bond. In a video Kelly posted in February of 2020, affectionately captioned "My Julia," the preteen proudly speaks in support of Kelly's business.
My name is Julia, and I want to tell you about. If you want to learn more, go to my mom's website.
But as the interrogation continues, it becomes clear the relationship between them had deeply fractured following Julia's decision to transition.
Society will do a number on your kids, people. They do a number. If you're not careful, if you're not diligent, if you're not really, really involved, they will take your children and destroy them. They will absolutely destroy them. Much less not having the father to do his job. The children will be the first to suffer.
Is she misgendering you?
Yeah.
So when you guys are arguing, is she intentionally, calling you she, or not using the appropriate pronouns, or not referring to you as Jasper and referring to you as Julia?
And like actually kind of being like, this is going to be kind of vulgar, but she'd be like, oh, you have breasts and a vagina and blood and all that, all that kind of shoving it in my face. And I'd yell back, I know, you don't think I know that? Because obviously it's kind of painful, because she would always say that, oh, they're dumb and stupid like that. No, it's not real. Even if you get the surgeries, it's not real, and things like that.
Sounds like Mama was smart. Sounds like Mama had a head screwed on fairly well, and she was trying to relate to you reality. Kindergarten Cop said it best. Okay. I know the 80s movies, man, those 90s movies were great. And that little kid in Kindergarten Cop summed it up perfectly. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. He was right. But somehow you can't say that today because that's hateful. Freak is going on with people, bro. Good Lord.
That's something you guys had discussed, getting surgeries and whatnot?
A lot, yeah. And she'd be like, oh, I don't want you to sew on a fake like that.
Oh, Mom.
3 months earlier, during the domestic dispute call, Kelly discussed this ongoing conflict with police.
Basically, the kids get into now, this whole trans, it's so bad. Yeah. And I'm totally against it.
Good.
But I still was kind. I was like, if you want to think you're a boy,
you can think that, but you're my daughter, you're Julia, and you're just not going to talk about it then. Like,
As for Matthew, Julia says they never discussed it, so this was never a point of contention between them.
Me and him didn't really talk a lot. It's the thing. We're kind of peaceful, but like
coexisting.
Coexisting, that's the word. We weren't friends, but like we weren't necessarily enemies either. It's kind of just whatever.
He's just a couple years older than you, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I didn't like it. I mean, I don't really support their relationships, the thing. So I think that's the only kind of like tension that there was between us, because it would always be kind of awkward when it was just me and him in the house, because we wouldn't say to each other.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, I don't really want you here. And it was kind of obvious because I didn't support the relationship at all.
So hold on. I want to make sure I get this right. Your mama, an adult. Him, an adult, 21, 22, whatever. He ain't making no passes at you, okay, at all. There's not that tension. You can disagree with their relationship and feel you have the right to do that. Your mama can't disagree with your silly life choice. That's an issue for you. The entitlement is wild. That's some mental gymnastics that I have not seen in a long time. And I've watched gymnastics all the way back to Dominique Dawes. This is crazy. Damn. All right.
With potential motives uncovered, investigators still must work to unravel a tangled story filled with many contradictions, unanswered questions, and disturbing clues.
So circling back to the argument that you had today, she takes the iPod away and the phone. She ends up giving it back before she leaves. Where is she going? Or they, rather.
They went to go get a bed frame for her bed because she got tired of it being on the floor.
Julia claims Kelly and Matthew left together around 7 or 8 p.m. And shortly after is when the alleged intruder made his appearance.
So what do you hear next after that?
Well, I hide, and then I'm just sitting there hiding, and the dogs are barking, and then I hear the glass shatter and come in, so I knew that it's probably him coming in.
So wait, you start hiding before the guy broke the glass? But you told us earlier that you hid once you heard the glass broke, you ran so that he wouldn't see you and took the dogs. But now you're hiding before he even shows up through the door. The dogs are at least hiding. Yeah, okay.
But hours earlier, an officer waiting with Julia made a crucial observation, raising the possibility that someone else may have broken the glass door.
What happened to your hand?
Just an old scar.
Did you get into an accident or something?
One day I'd come home from doing whatever I was doing, and I forgot my key, and Mom was home. She broke my window and got in.
You punched the window? There's no rocks or anything outside?
Not that I could find, but it's not like it's like hurting or anything. It's just still recovering, I guess.
According to police records, the glass from the back sliding door was found on top of Julia's bloody footprints, as well as Kelly's leg and Matthew's cell phone, meaning the glass had been shattered after the murders took place. Though the detectives are aware of this fact, they allow Julia to continue the story.
After a while, when he's walking around, I can hear him like doing something, and then there's like a lot of like banging. And
You rub your head. Get that out.
I hear like
wood
cracking and stuff. I think he kicked down the door to my mom's room.
Julia says nearly an hour passed with the intruder in the house before Kelly and Matthew arrived home.
Right.
How did you know it was them walking through the door?
I don't know. I guess I just assumed because I think I heard their voices, or kind of. I couldn't tell what they were saying, but it was sounded like them, so I assumed it was them.
So you didn't come out knowing it was them? No, just decide to stay in the closet or wherever you were and chill. Okay.
And that's when I heard the loud banging that I assumed was like gunshots or something, and yelling.
Who was yelling?
I think Matthew was yelling.
You think?
What was he yelling?
I think it was something along the lines of like stop or something.
You heard gunshots before?
Yeah.
And did it sound like gunshots to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many gunshots do you think you heard?
6. Let's say 6. I'm with it.
Like 5, 6-ish maybe.
Hey,
But
I'm
once
good.
again, Julia shared something with the officer in the lobby that suggests the 16-year-old was much closer to the gunshots.
All right.
Yeah, it's, I don't know what's up in my ears, kind of messing with me.
Did you get in the ear or something lately?
Some things happened and some loud gunshots, so yeah, I think that's what's making this ring. Hopefully I don't have tinnitus now.
Yeah. How close were you to the gunshots?
I was in a different room, but it was still
Loud enough.
loud
Huh?
enough.
I've been around gunshots. I fired guns before. If you're not careful, you can damage your ears really easily. When you're practicing shooting, they normally tell you wear some ear protection. I understand we get used to the movies of just pow pow pow, and you see people fighting right next to people's head. They come out of that not unscathed. The ears hurt, a lot of ringing, headaches. Some people, bust their tympanic membrane. That's the eardrum. For those of you who don't know, it's weird. It's a very unsettling thing to be next to a gunshot without hearing protection. And of course, that obviously depends on the kind of gun you're firing, because they not all have the same volume when firing. Shotguns are super loud. AR is very loud. 9mm is also very loud. I'm curious to hear which one was used as the scene.
Must have been a pretty big gun then.
Not really. It was just.
Huh? What's that?
I think they took the one that was in my mom's room.
Oh.
That'd be 100% sure, but I think.
What kind of gun did your mom have?
I don't remember, but it was like a handgun, and on the standard of handguns, it was pretty small, like smaller than that one.
Okay.
Kelly's .38 special revolver was found in the backyard, just underneath Julia's bedroom window.
Oh.
Julia again explains that more than an hour passed before it felt safe enough to emerge from the bedroom.
When I actually came out, the first thing I saw was blood on the ground.
Yeah, sure.
Outside your bedroom door? Okay. Then what did you see next?
I looked to the left, and that's when I saw Matthew on the ground.
Did it look like he was breathing when you looked into the bathroom, Matt?
I think I could hear him faintly, his like gurgling.
Okay.
Despite signs that Matthew may have still been alive, Julia didn't call for an ambulance.
And I remember at some point I went in my mom's room and saw that the door had been like, it kind of looked like it had been like busted in. Again, I was checking to see if anything had been stolen, and I saw the lockbox where I assumed my mom kept most of my devices when she took them. And, again, devices are expensive.
She said that before, almost the exact same way. Devices are expensive. So is life. Life is expensive too, but I don't think that anybody had a care for the 2 lives that were snuffed out. Apparently they were cheap. How she speaks too is like there's no I miss my mom. Why would somebody do this? Because they were not very friendly. It seems like mom was way too logical for Julia's liking.
Such as?
Like my iPod or my phone that my dad had shut off, things like that.
Things like that.
Okay, so you saw those in there, so they hadn't been stolen.
Are these your AirPods?
And that gun that your mom has, the one that was missing, have you ever touched that gun before?
That's what I used to get trained for. My gun certificate.
With Julia's account conflicting with evidence found at the scene, investigators confront the teenager directly.
Please.
To be quite honest with you, we don't believe that this is how this happened. Okay. All right. We've looked over this crime scene, and there's things in this crime scene that's not adding up with what you're saying. Okay. Because I don't believe the story about someone coming into the house. We looked at your surveillance camera. Okay. We don't see nobody coming through that back door. We see your parents coming home through the front door. We see bloody footprints inside the dining room area in front of the rear sliding glass door underneath the glass. That blood should be on top of the glass. I'm asking you straight up, okay? Are you the reason why? Did you hurt your parents today, your mom and Matthew? And if you did, was there a reason why you had to do it?
Theoretically speaking, let's say
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no damn way. Theoretically speaking, it sounds like a drunk person. If I was to ever do that, listen, I would never. But if I did, it'd be amazing. But you might go to jail. Let's find out. That's how she said it.
saying that it was theoretically speaking, let's say that it was me, right?
So Jasper, we're going to be honest with you. It's not really theoretical at this point.
No, it ain't.
Everything he just stated to you is telling us that something happened that you're not telling us.
Yeah. Julia tries to argue that there are blind spots on their security cameras, and an intruder could have simply avoided them.
Sure.
But the detective reminds Julia that an intruder would have had to know where those blind spots were ahead of time.
Yes, they would.
Something that is very unlikely in their experience.
Now, you was just about to say, what if it was you that did this?
I'm saying theoretically.
Okay.
Theoretically what?
What?
You said that get it off your chest and whatever, but it's like that's not how that works. It's
Of course, it's not going to go away that quick. It's not. But you gives us a reason, because other people are going to look at this interview, and they're going to want to know: is this a monster over here, or is this somebody who made a terrible mistake? Did you shoot your mom and Matthew today?
well, you're basically saying that I did. So do you even need my answer?
Yes. Yes, they do need your answer, because if you didn't do it, then say, no, I didn't do it. Why would you even remotely accuse me of doing that? I love my mom. We might have fought like cats and dogs and radio cans and roaches and all that stuff. Yes, but listen, if you didn't do it, don't do it. Say, I didn't do it. You're lying. But it seems like you're inferring that they might be right, but you just don't want to, say you did it. That's what it seemed like.
While the remainder of Julia's interview was redacted, the detectives provided a detailed summary of the chilling confession that followed. Julia admitted to breaking into Kelly's bedroom while she was gone, obtaining the revolver and ammunition. The teenager then waited in the kitchen for Kelly and Matthew to arrive home, with a gun in one hand and a knife hidden in a pants pocket. When they walked through the front door at 10:34 p.m., Julia told them, "Welcome home." Julia confessed to shooting and killing Kelly before turning the gun on Matthew, who pleaded for the teen to stop. Julia then followed Matthew into the bathroom, where he retreated, stabbing him multiple times after running out of ammunition. Finally, Julia reloaded the revolver and shot Matthew one more time in the head, ultimately killing him.
Damn.
Julia then shattered the sliding glass door and tossed the gun outside near the bedroom window in an attempt to stage the crime scene as a break-in, and called 911 roughly 90 minutes later. Julia admitted to reaching a breaking point over Kelly's lack of support for the teen's transition and Julia's lack of support for Kelly's relationship with 22-year-old Matthew. According to court documents on August 6, 2024, Julia Egler was indicted on 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm and was held without bond. Julia Egler entered a written plea of not guilty, and the case is ongoing. A public statement released by the Florida State's Attorney's Office confirms that Julia will be prosecuted as an adult, adding that the teenager is not eligible to receive the death penalty by law.
the discussion that we ought to be having is not so much about the murder. It's not. The discussion we should be having is the mental illness that led to the murder. Because we've been coddling this and kind of keeping a walking, tiptoeing in a glass. And this is why we're here. We have allowed this craziness to become normal. We've been asked to indulge people who genuinely in their world think, oh yeah, I was born this, but I'm now this. And it's impossible for it to happen. And here we are going along with the circus. Why? Because we're afraid. We're afraid. To the point where, this is how crazy, it's so bad that you could see them having a fight over it, and police will show up and blame somebody who didn't have diddly squat to do it and say they probably were capable of murdering somebody and themselves, when you have a whole crazy ass person sitting in front of you. That's how bad it is. Listen, I don't care who you are, and you don't have to agree with this, and you don't have to like it. That's up to you. But I, for one, I ain't buying in, giving in, going along with none of this stupidity. I'm not doing it. There is no such thing as trans. You cannot transition from one thing to another if you are born one thing. That's a mental illness. It will always be a mental illness. And I do not conform to the mental illness of society to make it feel more comfortable. No. And the more we do that, the more people like Julia we're going to have. People that will lose their minds because you don't agree with their insanity. Whatever your thoughts are on this one, please leave them in the comment section below. But if I talk any more, then I'm going to get even more mad. And I'm not willing to ruin my day because of mentally ill people. So please leave your comments and we'll read them when we get around to it.
One wrong move turn the present into the past. I don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favorites, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true. If you foul, that show up too. No miss, no spin, no cover up hype. Everything judge in plain sight.